What's going on, guys? It's time for our Christmas show, of course. Who's ready? Sergeant Mitch is ready to lead you in the markets. Let's get after it, team. You know where you're at. Live trading with Benzinga here. I hope you guys enjoyed the outcome video. That was my present to you guys. If you guys didn't watch it, you're definitely missing out, but check it out. Like always, we'll drop a couple of links in the chat. Let's get it started. It's live trading with Benzinga, our holiday special.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas lore, that phrase.
Let's get it going, team. It's time for a little Christmas special. Let's bring on my man, Ryan Faloona. Let's get to the markets. It looks like we just got a little pull there, a little pull to scare the bulls. What have you been doing? You've been doing a little trading, Ryan? I know I've been doing a little trading in the background here. I kind of had to do it. Can't help myself. But what's going on?
I've been doing a little. I took some losses on RMCO, which was very, very unfortunate. That caused me to miss the huge move in NXTP. I'm just extremely frustrated with this morning. It sucks that this is what happened the day before Christmas, but I've got no one to blame for myself. So I'm having a really shitty morning, frankly.
Hey, it's okay. Guess what? The snow and the holidays can always turn it around, man. And it looks like we're getting a little bit of some downside action.
I don't think I'm getting snow for Christmas, which is also kind of disappointing.
Hey, never say never. You never know what can happen overnight. Santa Claus can bring it all to town, baby.
I think actually it's not cold here, and I think we're supposed to get rain, which is...
Oh, it's not cold? Yeah. What?
No, it's
like
your
Santa 40, hats and hot 44
cocoa. Degrees, dude. It's 40
I know you'll still have your hot cocoa, though.
It's going to be 60 degrees on Christmas Eve and 50 on Christmas. That's just gross.
But what about the hot cocoa, at least?
Yeah, I'll have hot chocolate. Yeah, for sure.
I tried to play this gamble trade today, guys. This was interesting. This thing rocketed to 8. I should have had my order to sell there. I sold some like right when it started to pull back. Still got 25 shares from 511s. So this was not a bad one that I went after a smaller name, but look at Zim. Zim's really giving me a hell of a good day, guys. I've had this one since 950s. I added yesterday another 100 shares after I sold 100 shares yesterday. So made some profits again today. Sold another 50 shares, 87 paying me out there from 993 now, my average price. And this had gotten as high to 1180s. So this is looking really good. And then when I think about it overall, and I saw mentions like this, that the ceiling in ocean freight prices have shot up in a matter of hours on Thursday, where ocean freight rate was going of $10,000. That was a 40-foot container from Shanghai to UK last week. Rates were at 1,900. So they've gone up $9,800 in just a week for freight rate. So the freight rate is just jumping through the moon. This is why I'm playing the shipping trade. Shout out to my man Wisdom. I've talked about this also on pre-market prep, but the market's just tanking here, man. That's what we need to take a look into. You guys can see the opposite with the SQQQ here. A little part of me is thinking about just taking some trades on there because this is a hard little pullback here, but I can't be that much of a bear, but you guys can see it. Soxas also getting a little bit of a spike. Let's go to the SPY overall. Definitely getting some hard down action here just recently. Let's see if it holds the hourly resistance, right? Prior hourly resistance. We've been trying to get back up here towards where we fell from. So we got close to there. So let's see if we can just kind of hold hourly support, even a wick through 473.76, something like that. I'm going to look to see if we recover, go back to 475. It's been a hot day. I'm still believing Santa Claus is coming to town and playing a little bit of the Santa Claus rally. I even added to Valero today. So you guys remember Valero was starting to pull back. I think oil is going to get a little bit of a move up. I heard from Santa that the reindeers need a little bit of some black gold, some of that oil to run this year. Nah, I'm just playing, but Who knows? We'll see what happens there. Valero, will that get the little spike? I like the pattern right now, especially if
I
it's
think
coming
it's
back to
possible that we
134.
already got our Santa rally. We kind of rallied into this, and I think that the market is probably going to be pretty dead next week in the 4 days that it's open.
But then it's not a Santa Claus rally, right? The Santa Claus rally is supposed to be the 5 last trading days of the year. At least that's what it says in the books,
we'll
right?
see. We'll see if we get it. I think the whole Santa Claus rally is pretty silly.
Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, it has an average of going up about like 1.4%. So it's nothing extreme, right? Just to bring the statistics into it. Gamble on the path back down. The 5 says 13. Don't worry, I got the stop.
How about
set.
the path back down to 5 cents? That was a 1 for 400 reverse split. I mean, that thing is an absolute dog. That is.
Hey, I got the dog today at a great price. I got this dog with fleas, and it's starting to spike, man. Let's see if it can spike some more. Here's 475s. I still have a piece on here. So I could get out of this, but there's really no point in me getting out. I have 25 shares left. I only took like a $20 or $30 risk on this, so it's already paid me good. And it's paid me like $100. So now I'm just at the point where I can just let this last little shares ride. Let's see if we can get one more ramp. I mean, this thing could fly. Right now, is the environment to, I think, not care too much about the, like, let's say downside outlook on a firm. Yeah, I can do that downside outlook, but is that going to make me money right now? No, the way that the market's performing, I mean, those stocks have been ripping. So I'm not going to be thinking negatively about something that's giving me that type of move. We're having that irrational exuberance in the market, right? And when you have that, you can just keep riding higher. At least that's what it seems like, until we run into a big red day. That's the truth. It's going to happen sooner or later. But for right now, I think the party doesn't stop till the end of the year, at least. And maybe even in January. Believe it or not, I actually see a good January. I think where we're going to struggle is, let's say, later in February. Like kind of like we did last year, where we had a struggling March. I think that's going to be a struggle here. You're going to see a lot of catch-up trade, I think, on lagging technology names. Leaders will get a pullback eventually. I mean, stocks can't just go parabolic forever. You know, it's been an amazing move as of late, and I mean, it's finally have woken up, and you guys can really say it's rocketed off. Rocket companies, Ryan. Rocket companies. Have you seen move on that? Have you seen it?
Well, which ticker are you talking about?
You said it right on the right on the nail, baby. RKT. Take a look at this chart.
At that UWMC, they look very similar.
Holy moly, man! It's crazy to me that it couldn't get the spike when we had almost zero interest rates, but now look at this thing. This thing's going full circle from when it IPO'd. This is crazy. This thing's like a rocket. Pun intended. Benzinga has got to go knocking on the door. Tell him what's going on. We need an interview. Let him know, Ryan.
Let Rocket know. I'll let him know when I go in there.
Go knock on the door, Ryan. If you guys don't know, we're in the
here is going to be halted 484.
If you guys don't know, of course, Benzinga's headquarters is in the Rocket Mortgage Building.
So more than that, though, Mitch, Benzinga is actually part of the family of companies.
Yeah.
So it's more than just in the building.
Yeah. So we have a strong connection with Rocket. And they're good people. They are
good people. Actually, shout out to I first of all, I refied my mortgage using Rocket Mortgage. Mm-hmm. And I actually had a problem. I have my taxes paid automatically, and I actually had a problem. I called the mortgage banker that worked with me at like 6:30 at night. I called her cell phone. She picked up while she was making dinner for her family, realized that I had a fairly serious problem, put everything on hold, and got someone on the phone outside of business hours to handle my problem. So I'll say I'm the type of guy that really good customer service is going to win me over. right?
Yeah, it goes a long
if that's
way.
what and I will never forget. I don't know if I have permission to shout the name, so I'm just not going to, but I'll say that experience right there showed me quite a bit. And I'm proud to say that I use them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pole halted here at 484. It was a monster call there by Tuna. I actually hit that here. POL, ticker POL.
Oh, Pole.
Pole. Yep, from the other day. NXTP might be
It's like
trading
a
back up
pole.
here as well.
It's like a pole. What's going on with the stocks today, Ryan?
There's a lot
Rocket,
of randomness out
then
there.
we're in the pole.
A lot of randomness out there. So just be careful.
Yeah, be careful.
Just be careful.
Be careful. Like always, smash the like out there if you guys are enjoying it. I know I had a great time. I hope you guys enjoyed the outcome videos. I don't know if you guys were able to catch that, but definitely check it out. Great videos. And
yeah, great job
experts.
on that, Mitch.
Dude, it was insane. I even did all the editing and graphics for it. So Ryan, it's been hard work.
I was going to say, I know I talked to you yesterday and you were telling me how much work it is, but the end product came out great. You should be proud of that.
That's all you can do, man. Give the presents back to the people, man. Give the presents back to you guys out there watching right now.
Who was the favorite guest? Have you guys talked about your favorite guest yet on that? Have you polled anybody?
No, we got to do that in a little bit. I know everybody was focused on trading here and trying to nail some trades, but we'll get into that action a little bit here. I think we're going to keep going towards maybe 11:30, 11:45. We'll see how things are rolling here. How's the SPY looking now? Are we starting to recover back here? Feeling like we're doing it. I mean, I know we get these little shakedowns, but be careful out there, team. Those can be like kind of 1 hour pullbacks. And then as long as we can kind of keep riding higher, we can still look good. If you look here, how the SPY is holding the 9 EMA on this hourly. I'm kind of thinking like I'm just keeping an eye on that. And I think that we still can have a chance to get towards this high today, this 475 on the SPY. So keep your eyes open for what stocks are moving there. And we can take a look to see just like what's leading overall change. Let's see what's leading overall. You got mRNA, ALB doing really well today. That's actually doing really great. Gold play doing well out there. So this is how a lot of times I'm able to find where the stocks are moving, right? Right now, leading the market is utilities. This is a play that I'm actually thinking about long-term. I wanted to take Duke. I wanted to take Excel. XLU looks really good too. Like you guys can see, I have an alert set for pullbacks here. I think this is an interesting play going into next year, especially if rates have, starting to come down, right? And they're going to start being on the cuts. Well, of course, utilities are going to be a watch. I think this might be one of the best performing sectors next year. So just keep your eyes on this. A little part of this actually plays into inflation. I don't know about you guys, but I see my utility bills going up and up and up and up, even though oil really isn't doing much lately. But I don't know about you guys. It still was more expensive this year than it was last year for me. So I'm looking at these stocks and I'm like, man, if they're going to charge me more, at least maybe they can make me some money on the upside. So Duke looks pretty interesting for me. I kind of keep an eye on that one. That one's already made a nice little move on the day. And it's pulled back multiple times to the VWAP today. Look how that's just kind of stair-stepping around. And it hasn't really gone too much. So these are stocks that I definitely keep an eye open for. Excel Energy is another one that I really like. Oof. And look at the pattern plays on these right now. I'm really liking this move and how they're stair-stepping. So that's a play right there that I think about, the utilities, and they have a nice daily chart too. Healthcare is also doing really well. A name that I like in that today is Amgen. So I talked about that one earlier, and that one's doing pretty well. Now up to 284s, man. I almost played this one today. It's just a hard stock to buy because of the spread. But Amgen doing pretty well. Now starting to pull back a little bit. I was looking for earlier pullbacks to like 281s when this really started getting going out the gates. We'll see if it can pull back somewhere between 282s and 281s. Zim pulling back a little bit here. We'll see if it catches the VWAP bounce there. Taking a look at the gamble. It's already a gamble. That's the way I'm calling it.
It is indeed a gamble. I mean, there's no question.
The BTU, did it finally start get going? Oh, I talked to it yesterday. And look what happens, guys. Look what happens. You guys heard me talking about it yesterday. BTU is right here on live trading. I was like, you know what? Is BTU ever going to wake up again? Well, there you go. Someone rang the alarm. I'd like pullbacks closer towards the resistance where it was, let's say 2480s. Right now it's at 2514s. So you can see how we were like hanging around this 2480s for a while now. So a nice little pullback towards that resistance. I wouldn't mind taking a shot on it. And that's around the VWAP right now, 2478. So I'll be looking for VWAP pullbacks on that. I wouldn't mind taking a swing on this because it's lagged so much, but it's definitely getting hot right now. Good mention in the chat.
GMBL, by the way, that's the next Mullen.
Oh, that is?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I should feel about that.
Plenty of room to go back down to zero again on GMBL.
Hey, maybe plenty of room to go to the ceiling. Honestly, I saw the reverse split and I was like, man, on a day like today where like no one's kind of paying attention, the machines a lot of the times are going to win. At least like the big boys they're taking it easy today. This is the day that maybe the machines could just take this thing. So I'm going to see what happens today. I'm giving it a shot here. See if some buyers step back up. I think when it went to 8, in like 15 minutes. It did a $3 move in 15 minutes. So let's see if it can get back up towards that. Who knows where this thing can go? I know it's going to eventually probably come back down to zero. But the truth is that at least on the first day that it gets the split, sometimes they do get a little bit of a run.
Some of those reverse splitters would run right after they split.
Like the first day, right?
Yeah,
Usually.
Yeah. But like all I'm saying is that I think inevitably GMBL goes back to zero.
And maybe they do a 1 to 1,000 reverse split then. And what happens there?
Then it goes to $1.
Then it goes to $1. The other day I looked up a stock and the stock said 0.0 on Benzinga Pro. I was like, how can a stock be trading at 0.0? And then I looked on what was
like a trip zero stock.
It was trip zero stock. That thing was trading at 0.000002. I was like, oh, all right. So it's still alive. How do you buy something like that, Ryan? Like I don't even understand that.
You
like,
don't. No, I don't.
Exist?
I don't buy. Look, there was a point when I first started. I was like, yeah, these OTC stocks. This is it. I'm going to find the right one, and we're going to go from 20 cents to $10, and I'm going to have a new career. And then, of course, you realize that that's not really going to happen. And then you start to learn about these trip zero OTC stocks. Oh my God. I don't understand. You know, I was actually in a chat room years and years ago where people would trade those. They'd literally buy 100, 200, 500,000 share lots. And it's just like, what on earth are you doing?
Well, I can only lose 0.00005. All right, let's see what gets going here, guys. It's back up to 640s, guys. I thought it was going to halt on the downside. It didn't. Now it's starting to move back up 640s, guys. So it was just at 6. This is why I was a little bit careful. But look at where my entry was, Ryan. And my entry was pretty good on this. It was just 100 shares right near the bottom off that 5. That was the only way I was going to buy this, if I could get it near 5. I saw the dip right at 5. Right on this
POL
turn.
is open, by the way, just took 5.
Ooh, I'll take that up.
That was the one that was halted when we were just talking.
That's the pole right there. POL is the pole, man. That thing looks like a jumping pole right now. It's doing that jumping jack thing, though. Be careful out there, guys. It's a fast mover. Look at that. Look at that. Smack, 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 smack. Smacking that offer right here. 550, 6,000 shares right there. Let's see it go through it. Back, back. Oh, it hit it once. Hit it twice. Oh, he pulled it off. You see how he pulled it off there? Now let's go to that 550. There you go. He's on 47s. He's just putting out some of it there. Let's see if we go through that 550. 550 is being a big spot here on POL. It just, as soon as it went to 550, that's where the slowdown happened. So I'm looking at the level 2 right here. Oh, look at that, 556. There you go. He wasn't there this time. It went right through that like butter. Woo! That pole. Campbell, you going to get going too? Oh, 670s. Ryan. When I got it. Not touching pole with a 10-foot pole, says 13.
I already traded it. I actually made money on that. That was one of my good ones today. I was over here making a mess of things, but that one was good. Dries. Yes, dude. Yes. Okay. Finally. So this Dries was really one of those stocks where it showed me like literally in your face, like the market can defraud retail traders, and it will. And if you start believing things and you start trading garbage, like you're going to get yourself hurt. Dries was a huge lesson in trying to become better. I absolutely remember that one.
Well, I don't mean to be that guy, but I'm trading those stocks right now. Look at Zim. Zim is pretty much Dries. I mean, what did Dries become? I think there was a couple that like kind of got together, but I did try to trade SBOK earlier, and I got stopped out of that one. Yeah.
We talked about that one yesterday. POL going higher here. It looks like it might go 6s. Halt's going to happen here at 591.
I'll get you the poll. The poll is on the poll, man.
At this point, 2 halts up, 2 bit. There's just no. I mean, I'm done with this.
I mean, it does have a daily to the left, though. That's the only thing that's helping it here, guys.
Yeah. And you're right, and that might be palatable for some of you, but at this point, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to make my morning worse, and I'm not going to give up the money I just yanked out of this ticker. That's for sure.
Yeah, next level for me, at least like hourly, what I would be looking at is first stop. I think you're going to open near like already like 650s, so that's something to consider. I think you might get a nice little opening, little start boost there. And then the next level I'll be watching is right around here, around the 720s to 750 area. I think we might get a little bit of a slowdown. It'll try to go to the side and maybe get a little bit of a pullback opportunity. But then that's gonna be where, are we going to 10 today? I mean, that'd be pretty hard. This stock did it before. Look where it came from before. It went from 2 to 10.
NXTP coming back down to that 3 level. If this gives up 305, good night. It's going back to the low 2s.
I'll put you up, dude. I don't even know that one.
NXTP, this had the big move earlier. I can't believe I took a loss on this earlier. I took a loss early on, right out of the gate here. Small, wasn't really a big deal. Didn't think much of it. Started to get involved with RMCO. Looked back at this and saw that this had hit like 380s. And I was like, you have got to be kidding me. Here we go on NXTP. This is going to break down here. This might be the point of no return. I've got VWAP here at 270. Maybe it finds some support there. Cannot buy this pullback on NXTP. 302 is giving it up here. There it goes. Big gap down. At this point, definitely want to just wait for VWAP. It will probably go beneath VWAP too. Here we come on NXTP. This is happening fast, by the way. Sellers lining up now.
Johnson, nice little setup for me. I'm going to go for it. This looks like a nice little slam dunk setup, so let's go for it.
Let's do it. What are you doing on it?
All right, so I'm going long. I just had to get it fast, guys, because I had that feeling if I would have talked the trade, I would have been way too late to get in. So I already got in there, long 155.80s. This is a VWAP bounce type of trade, so you guys know exactly what strategy I'm trading. And a lot of times, what do I talk about? Right below VWAP, I want to see 3 attempts breakdown. 1, 2, 3. Reversal off of that. Now looking for this to maybe pull back to like latest, like 155.70, but really looking for the first quick sweep to 156. And I went big. I went 100 shares. And the big reason also is I'm looking at healthcare. It's one of the leading sectors on the day. So this is also kind of like rotation. Let me start seeing these healthcare names take off, take lead. Lilly's another one that I'm keeping a watch. I've talked about Amgen and healthcare, and I'm seeing Lilly look good, UNH look good. So let's start seeing if these start making a nice move. AbbVie with a nice little, it's a rising triangle there, ascending triangle. And then you got Merck also going nice little VWAP bounce already. MRK, of course, and that's a nice one that I like on the bigger names. Look at that little setup. I'll show you guys it right now on the hourly. See how it's come back towards, it had like the sideways consolidation. Now a nice little hourly pullback, trying to break towards the upside here. Doesn't look bad at all here. Daily chart also looking like it could start making its way back above 107, 108s, and then now towards 109. Will be looking like a bullish engulfing candle. Nice little volume that came in it just a couple days ago. So that's one thing that I always look for. Like when I start to see this start to trend, I looked, were there any big bars showing me maybe big buyers stepping up here, right around here, big levels of volume on this day. Now, if we go through that resistance, give you a nice bullish engulfing candle here, looking good there, and MRK. What are you seeing, Ryan?
I'm still watching NXTP. Looks like 13 hit it. This didn't get to the VWAP to me, so you must have been front running that. I did not buy this. I was hoping for a VWAP bounce here. Never quite got there. So grats on that one. Still watching that. Also watching your J&J here. I do think that that's kind of interesting. NXTP looking like this is going to go lower here. Maybe we finally get our VWAP test here. Lots of sell orders coming through on NXTP.
That's the TP stock. Looks like they threw a TP on it, man. That thing rocketed. Now coming back to the VWAP. Interesting spot here is to the left where you see the body closes on like the 5 minutes around like 267, 264. Let's see if those hold here and it bounces off of that. That's what I see on NXTP. Of course,
267, 264, you said?
Yeah. Like somewhere right there in that area, because
I got VWAP at 271. So
yeah, pre-market has like if you're watching on a 5 minute, that's like where those candles closed on the rip. I'll show you that right here. I'll pull it in.
Okay,
I'm just watching Johnson & Johnson also here. So you see it right here. So you see right here, this like 268, 267 level. So that's what I'm seeing right there. The pre-market high becoming support now. Johnson & Johnson getting going there. Now it's starting to turn around. I'm going to actually add on this. This is looking great for me. So I put an ad right behind it here, looking for adding on pullbacks here and looking for Johnson & Johnson to get going. There we go. Nice little turnaround look here. Let's get a nice little pullback buy. Be looking for that.
excuse me. Should have used the cough button there.
No worries. It's all good. Let's see what happens today, guys. Are you guys ready to have some nice Christmas time? Andrea,
dude,
what's going on out there? Andrea, that was a TC 2000. Like I always say, you got to have tools. Here you guys see me using Trade the Pool. You guys see me using TC 2000. Of course, what do I have right behind TC 2000? Benzinga Pro. So like you got to have different tools, right? That's my number one charting. Then you guys are seeing me execute trades to Trade the Pool. And then where am I getting my information most of the time? Right here to the right, Benzinga Pro. So like always, have tools that can help you and really push you to that next level is so vital. How's oil doing today, guys? Oil's starting to come back here. Gosh, it's starting to come back. I kind of like these oil plays. Valero, nice move now, guys. I'm glad I added a little bit on that. That's starting to come back. This is starting to look pretty decent here. This starts to get stronger. I might even look for another oil play here. Let's see what we can find out there. BTU pullback. BTU, man. Ryan, we talk about a stock, it starts to wake up, man. So we rang the alarm. Look at that. Look at that, Ryan. Look at that thing.
Big move. That's just there
today. And the interesting part is when you look at the daily chart and you see all the chop, right? I mean, it's not like we weren't talking about it yesterday. This thing was chopping around for like a whole 2 months. Now that's a nice big bar. Starting to wake up, BTU. Knock, knock. Becca with the good analysis. Of course. Come on, Becca. Coming in. Oh.
NTS is actually a great intraday formation on that chart. 5 minute looks great. 1 minute looks good. 15-minute looks good. I mean, all of those intraday time frames. 30 looks good. MNTS maybe higher if that volume stays, or if that volume really kind of comes in. I know we got that one push that broke us above the high there. Good looking intraday chart. Take care of yourself, Wisdom. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas.
And I don't know what the short float is on something like this, but I can tell you guys at least that these are the type of stocks that make sense going into January 1st, right? Because the truth is that a lot of times, like, the most beaten down names get picked up early in the year, and small caps have a tendency of doing well in January. I don't know if you remember that, or Ryan, if you feel like that's true, but I feel like that's common early in January to see some small caps outperform.
Yeah, I mean, because what's happening is that you've got people that are deploying spec money, right? They're deploying speculation money. You deploy those to small caps. You don't do that with the big caps. And so that will generally happen earlier in the year. If the year appears to be bullish, or if people are feeling like it's going to be bullish, yeah, absolutely. We'll see where that rotation goes this year.
Interesting indeed. All right, Johnson & Johnson, do you want to make a move now?
Yeah, this thing looks dead, man.
What, Johnson & Johnson?
Yeah, it's just pinned. It's Johnson & Johnson. It's just pinned at the VWAP. It's doing absolutely nothing.
I think it's going to wake up, man. I think it's going to wake up. The volume's starting to wake up here. The market needs to kind of get a little bit. But let's take a look at like what I would be watching, right? Like maybe XLV starts to shine here, right? Instead of looking at Johnson & Johnson, I say let's take a look here, and I'll even put it on the chart so I can show you guys it. What I'd look at is, all right, let's compare it to the kind of the XLV here. See how the XLV is kind of bouncing too. Now we need this to kind of do a little bit of a takeoff, kind of do the lead, right? Take lead for us. Make this move through this trend line. Start coming back towards the intraday high. Take out that intraday high. We'll be looking really nice. Johnson & Johnson. Let's see it. So you see how I'm looking at this and going to watch to see if I'm going to get that move here. Finding a close index to see if the rotation continues into healthcare. See what happens. I'm going to go back and forth on that. Johnson & Johnson back above 155.85s. See if that can really get going. See if the XLV makes a nice little turn. Like the daily chart also on the XLV. This is a big part of why I'm looking at this in the first place.
Great call, by the way, 13 on NXTP there. It went right to, sorry, I have it on a different screen. Went right to 298 and stopped. 13, you had called 3 there in a sell. Went right to 298 and pulled.
All right, guys, I'll be right back. Trust me, this is going to be fun. I'm bringing presents.
Uh-oh. Last time, well, we won't go there. I'm curious to see what he has. Here's your POL after those halts. I do not trust RMCO, guys. All of these bounces get sold. Just do not trust it. Really, really got bit by that one this morning. Not a good stock to trade. Not, at least not for me. CIFR, this actually was looking pretty good earlier. This didn't really get moving. And that NXTP bounce, that's pretty much done. ARQT still strong here today. Missed this one too. Here comes Money Mitch in a thong. God, I hope not. I might have to leave early if that happens.
All right. What's up out there, guys?
All right, I'm not leaving early. Good.
All right. So I've actually started to receive some of the gifts that people have been sending from the registry, and I wanted to show at least one of them off here. I'm not sure if the person is here, so I'm a little sad that they're not here right now, but look at these things. Put me full screen, Ryan. Look at this.
Damn. I have a sneaking suspicion who
Crawl,
got
walk, tackle. Hey. And then, of course, I'm set to play for the Miami Dolphins. And to make it all better, they even got some booties, man. Even got the booties. The boots. Hey, they're going to be set, Ryan. They're going to be set. Appreciate it out there.
I think I know who that one was from.
Yeah, I think you know too, Ryan.
I think I know.
Yeah, mad love out there. Definitely. Mad love indeed. Excited out there, guys. It's been a hell of a day. Hell of a day today. I've been enjoying it. Let's see if we can get a nice little Johnson & Johnson winner now. Just Ryan, you just look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Quality people.
Oh, they're gonna be real. And my dad got me some of the Miami Heat gear that I had on there. So,
snap!
You know it. They're gonna be looking good. Smoke, you could always reach out to me on Twitter. All right, let's see. I'm still looking at this to see if Johnson & Johnson wants to wake up. It's on the sleep. Let's see if Johnson & Johnson wants to wake up here. All right. Starting to wake up here. I'll step up to the plate here. We've been up here multiple times. Let's see if we can really get this rocking here. Rocking around
It's just
the
pinned right
Christmas
at
tree.
VWAP, dude. I'm telling you.
I need the algos to wake up. Come on, lunch algos.
Lunch algos.
Yeah, they try to take your lunch, but you got to be faster than that. This is like the big bully on the playground right now. I'll tell you one thing. You gotta two-step that big bully. Take his lunch money.
Oh, Mitch.
Appreciate it, MD. NXTP. Is it a comeback? We'll find out. What's up with that poll? Did poll already come back down? Oh, Ryan with the call.
Maybe a bounce at VWAP. We'll see.
Was that like the third halt? What was that?
Let's see here. I have 3 halts on POL. That is the third. So it is halted currently to the downside.
This would be the third or this would be the fourth?
This is the third.
All right. Thank you.
You are
sir.
currently in the third
Oh, it's open.
halt.
It's open. It's at VWAP.
And there it is resumed. That is the third resumption.
VWAP.
So do we get a bounce here at VWAP on POL? I'm not in it.
Oh, do I go for it? Walking around the Christmas tree.
I think it's rocking around, but don't quote me.
Let's go for it. You want to go for it? This is not too bad. I would just have to go in slowly. Like 20 shares, 20 shares, 20 shares, build to like 100. And then it's not bad risk to return. Let's see if I get it here. Just went below VWAP. All right, took a little bit just to start. 20 shares. Really looking for below VWAP entries. They're rocking already. See what happens on Johnson & Johnson. That's waking up too. There you go. Now we're above my entry. So now I can look for below pullbacks 30s.
Nice little VWAP bounce there.
Yep. I mean, I'm taking it. I'm taking a little shot there, right?
NXTP like breaking down 13 monster call.
All right, let's have some ladder pullbacks, and then I can go ahead and understand my risk here. This is going to be about 60 shares if those get filled. So I'll put a stop at, let's put a stop at 498. So there you go. If I get filled on those back orders, I'm going to look for a rip. But if it comes back to that stop, I'm out. That's how I'll play this. Let's go back to Johnson & Johnson.
Still pinned at VWAP. Look at that. Look at that.
On the pin. How's the XLV doing? Pinned at VWAP also. SPY taking a little bit of a downturn there, so just keep an eye out there. All right. What a day, man. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to get hungry.
I am definitely, yeah, I am too. I am in straight up in holiday mode. Going to a golf sim in a little bit here.
Eco asking a great question here, Ryan, and I'd love to hear your weighing in on it also. If you buy 20 shares 4 times, doesn't it cost too much commission? One thing that I've learned is that if I'm going to be a little bit smarter, right? And I feel like sometimes like this is depending on who you ask, because one thing that I see, at least, how do the algos trade? The algos trade very similar to how I see a lot of kind of positions traders trade, where they kind of ladder orders down and they kind of get filled. And one thing that I try to do is that I realize that my timing isn't usually perfect, and timing to be perfect in the market is very hard. So I try to come in 20 shares to give myself the advantage that as long as I understand the risk and return and don't start jumping up to let's say buying here at 580s or 590s, that's what can easily start moving my average higher. And then I get a quick sweet pullback. But the idea here is that the commissions is not going to override what I'm going to be able to make on the profits if I get those shares in, right? Because I'm looking for a move back up to at least 6, right? So I'm going to be almost making about $1 on this. And how much is the risk? The risk is pretty minimal. And look, I'm getting some nice pullback fills right now. And so these little pullback fills can actually help. There he goes. Now I just need to see if my 5 doesn't stop me out. And so now I got all those 60 shares on pullback and have a little bit better average near VWAP than slightly above VWAP. That's all I'm trying to do. What do you think, Ryan? Do you care too much about the commissions?
Yeah. So when I first started, this was a big thing, because when I first started, we didn't have free commissions yet. Commissions were like $8 a trade, $7 a trade. You used to wait for your broker to screw something up so that you could call them, scream at them, and get your trade commission lowered. That was like a whole cat and mouse game that was played when I first started. One of the things that I realized early on was that in order to be profitable at this, you need to turn this into a system, right? You need to be able to consistently repeat things. So you're looking for setups, you're looking for entries, you're looking for different rules to be hit. You cannot think about the commissions. The best possible thing is to just completely forget about the commissions, trade your plan, and the money will come. Because if you get a move, if you get the move that you're trying to trade for, the commissions aren't going to really take a bite out of it, like you were just saying. And then we went to free commissions, and it became even less of a thing. I was a little thrown off on Trade the Pool because their commissions seemed a little bit higher when I first started. But I realized, I think the first day that I was trading it, that, you know what, these are so small, just ignore them. Trade the plan, trade what you see on the chart, trade the indicators that you use and rely on. The commissions will take care of themselves.
I agree with that 1000%. And like always, guys, you guys can check out, of course, Trade the Pool for yourself. If you guys want to check it out, I'll throw up the link right here. Smash the like. At least we came on today. We didn't leave you guys dry today. Hope you guys are happy that we're here with you guys. Definitely hit those like buttons. Let's keep going, guys. All right, so we're gonna wrap up in just about 5 minutes here, guys. As we wrap up, like always, guys, smash the like. I'm just trying to take this little poll trade, see what happens here.
Merry Christmas to everybody out there. Hopefully you enjoy your holiday and your break. If you get one. If you don't get one, you should make one for yourself.
All right, in a second, I'm gonna step up here and poll. In the poll. Trying to take a poll. All right, let's see it. Let's see it. A little pullback, then launch off. All right, here's the pullback. Right by my entry, I'm adding. So I'm stepping up a little bit here. Got to just stop to 80. See how you can just click on it there? Showing you guys an ability there on Trade the Pool, how I like to change the order quantity right on the chart. I like that. Those features you don't find too often on a prop firm. They won't get you chart trading a lot of the times.
Yeah, I do like the order entry a lot on Trade the Pool. I like being able to drag the order right from the chart because that's what I'm staring at most of the time. Anyway,
yeah, I don't want to go anywhere else.
The window. I'm with you on that. I like it a lot, and I like the tools that are available. I like the ladder. I like the time and sales. I like the way that it looks. I like that they don't force light mode on you. It's just all of that.
All right, so next ad will be at 580s for the spike on the breakout through the trend line. So I'm looking for a trend line break now. Of course, I see this visually, but so I'm looking for like this push here where we get up towards this 577 and then break through 580s, starting to go to 6. It's only 20 share ad, so it shouldn't push my average too high. And then I'm looking for the break of 6 if it's going to really break out. Johnson & Johnson in the green, that finally started to move at least a little bit here. It can just make a move above 590s. It won't look too bad there. Zimming. As I hope to see this one keep going. This one's an interesting one to say the least, man. Daily chart, I feel like I have this pegged right now at 10. I just need to keep riding the wave. Ride the wave on the Zim. Valero oil trade there. We'll see if that can get really going. You know, today it's came back multiple times into this space right here. So I wouldn't want to see it break 132.60s here. I want to see it get back through like 134. That's a kind of an oil outlook there. Definitely smash the like out there. Merry Christmas to all out there. And yacht insurance guy in Florida. I told you we're going to get that yacht. And you're going to be the insurance guy, man. Don't worry about it. We got you. Ryan's down to go on the yacht. I know he is.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to call Ryan. I'm going to say, Ryan, when you need a little bit of that golfing break in the summer, you're going on the yacht.
Look, Mitch, I'm just going to throw this out there. I don't mean to be a jerk about it, but if you ever are able to get a yacht and you call me and invite me on it, I will drop whatever the hell I'm doing and we are going on the yacht. Okay. This is not a complicated thing. Like, this is very, very easy to figure out.
And Yacht said we're going golfing tomorrow. That's what I like to hear. In Florida, you can golf in Christmas. That you can do.
Yep. Florida. Only Floridians know, man. That's Christmas. You run your air conditioner.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
All right, let's go. Let's go, Poll. Nice little starting action here, guys. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, I kind of like the little stair step, right? 3 pullbacks underneath VWAP, reversal now. Now really wouldn't want to even see this 506 break. Let's see if Poll wants to go. I'm just playing this technically, right? That's the only way I could play this.
Yo, dude, I am so in for that trading on the back deck of a yacht.
Damn, let's do it.
Dude, okay, a couple years. I'll mark my calendar. It's a date. Let's go, yacht insurance guy in Florida. I love that.
Hook a trade, hook a marlin, and then call it a day.
I mean, if I'm having that much fun, I don't know if I'm calling it a day early. Maybe we might go till the evening.
I think mentally I'm calling it a day after that. Only a 50-footer, right? That's all we need.
It's only one.
Only.
Okay. So what you're saying is that it's not going to have a helipad on the top.
Yeah. We won't be able to land the Black Hawk. Do want to get a nice drone.
I thought you were about to say you do want to get a Black Hawk. I was like, I could just see Mitch becoming a helicopter pilot.
Get to the chopper! I would literally have to yell that every single time I take off. I'd be that guy that just be like, yeah, just attach me on the outside of the helicopter. That's how I want to leave.
I want to be on water skis with a clipped onto the helicopter, and I want you to just fly low to the water and just bank back and forth. I'm just gonna carve it up. Carve it up.
All right, I'm gonna step up here, guys. I'm gonna step up to the plate. Just want to see this start going to 550s, and then I can take a little bit of a shot. You see that little wall right here on the right-hand side where I want to place the order, this 43, 2000. I just want them to get through. And then I see 550s kind of clear for Dave. It just wants to run there. So my hand's ready to add, but only if we're going for the break towards 550, because then that keeps the ladder alive. Let's see if we can get this nice little push here. You see that 538, 5000, things like that. I'm looking for those little walls that just get pushed through, and then we can go. Let's see it here. 538, it tapped it for a second, turned right back around.
What part of Florida, just out of curiosity here? I'm actually looking to do a winter golf trip to Tampa or Jacksonville.
There you go. You let me know when you're down.
It's not materialized yet, but we're still working on that.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at Florida. I think I might be going back to Florida, man.
Moving, you mean?
Yeah, I might be going back. I might be going back to the good old Florida life. That's where I grew up, so it won't be too bad. I need to get back to the beaches. To the beach. Beach bump trading. Where you at?
He's in Melbourne, isn't he?
Yeah,
Beach
I know.
He's Melbourne, Florida.
We're gonna have a good time soon. We're gonna do a nice little trading meetup in Orlando.
Oh, dude, you
Ryan,
just tell me.
I'm gonna need your help. We're gonna make it happen, man.
Make the date. Let's just do it.
Yeah, dude. Let's just call it now, man. Just gotta call it now. I got some friends in Orlando. We get some good hotels. I like World Center Marriott. Boom, boom. That thing has a freaking water park in the back.
So you're like midway down the state. So you're like just east of Orlando, a little bit more south, huh? Midway between West Palm Beach and Daytona Beach.
Daytona.
Ryan, go to Tarpon Springs. Tarpon Springs, north of Tampa. Okay. Let me take a note of that.
This thing is still alive? This gamble's still alive?
Tarpon.
Paul, what are you doing to me? Let's get going, Paul. Gotta make that pole move or what? Q's just went on the brakes. When do we close today, Ryan?
It's a full day.
Full day? It's full day, right?
But like I said, man, this market's going to dry up.
It feels like it's dried up already. The computers are trading right now, man. That's why things aren't moving much. Are we the computers, Ryan?
I mean, I'm not a computer, no.
In the future, we might have to start asking that question. All right, guys, I'm glad Sergeant Pepper has led you through this market, but I think Ryan and I have got to go have some eggnog, have got to go enjoy a little bit of some bourbon, but most of all, enjoy the holidays, of course. Ryan, I hope you have a great one, my friend. I hope you enjoy to watch whatever you're going to watch. What are we going to watch this weekend?
Well, I finished Die Hard last night, and that was, of course, amazing. Probably going to do Home Alone again. We have football. I cannot tell you how thrilled I am that the NFL was like, okay, NBA, okay, you have a garbage product. You've done a terrible job with your game. We're taking Christmas Day back from you. Christmas Day is no longer about the NBA. We've got games on Christmas Eve. We've got games on Christmas Day for the NFL. So I'm going to be watching that a lot. I'm also shout out to the log and the fire that goes on the TV.
Okay.
I will probably have that pulled up at some point. Going to play some more Christmas music. Going to eat some delicious food. It's going to be a good time, Mitch.
I love it. Love it. I will be watching some Christmas basketball because, of course, the Heat will be on, of course. So I'll enjoy it. I'll enjoy some Home Alone action. Definitely going to be probably watching Home Alone 2 tonight, enjoying it. That's going to be the first one. I kind of work 2 to 1. That's my preference. But hey, definitely smash the like out there, guys. Got to get a little bit of that pinky up action this week. I hope you guys have a great one. It's been a great day with you guys. I'm glad that you guys stuck around to this time.
Me too.
You guys are truly the community that we truly enjoy being with every single day, Ryan and I. So smash the like. We'll see you next time. Enjoy the day and the rest of your holidays. And we'll be back on Tuesday. Ryan will be taking a little bit of a holiday break, but I will be here.
I'm just going to throw this out there, Mitch. I'm not going to commit to anything next week. You will see me next week. That's what I'll put out there.
We got a couple Christmas scenes to get through here. Ryan, if you want to hop, go ahead, but I had to play a couple of Christmas scenes here.
Hey, Merry Christmas to everyone out there. Have a wonderful holiday with your friends and family. Take care, everyone.
Ma'am, I'm 8 years old. You think I'd be here alone? I don't think so.
I'm gonna deck your halls, bub. Little butt.
Oops. You guys give up?
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Y'all filthy animals, you.
Mr. McAllister.
I'm the king of the cool Get out of here, you nosy little pervert!
Get out of here, guys. Go enjoy the holidays. It's great being with you guys. I hope you have a good one. Happy holidays from here at Benzinga. Take care, guys.